Hello everyone, welcome back to my readings. My name is SoulWitxh and today I'm going to give you guys a general reading for the month of April. Aries season is going to be a big time for growth as well as pushing the boundaries and limits of your mind. It is also the middle of Mercury retrograde, actually the very beginning. So be prepared for that. I think the heaviest signs it affects is Virgo and of course Aries and the mutable signs. You'd have to look that up. I don't remember what they are. But in any sense, it's going to be a general reading, so I'm going to use all three decks. So let's begin. Just wanted to clarify right before we start that we're actually doing three piles. I was guided here by my intuition. I thought it was a general reading. So whatever three piles you want to look at will be in the segment behind this one. So let's go ahead and start with segment 1. Hello, pile 1. Let's go ahead and start, see what the general energy is. If you picked, I think this is the Melody Tarot, that's what I remembered as, but all links will be below in the descriptions for all of these decks. So, getting a little tongue-tied, so maybe there's something up with having to use your voice, something along those lines. I'm hearing above, so below. So you might be called to practice more, study more. Yeah, I'm hearing study. Okay, pile number 1. So to start off your reading, we start off with the Page of Pentacles. There is some energy of starting from the beginning. So maybe starting a new business endeavor, starting something new, something, whether that's, I'm hearing it has something to do with money. So there's something about it where it's building that coin, building that bag. If you can see in this is a little bag of money behind him. And it seems like there's something that you're creating, especially with the symmetry of or the imagery of a farmer. It's definitely like growing something, taking part in something, maybe growing your business, taking your business seriously. Or taking your career seriously if it's down that route. There's something about when it comes to money or learning something, there's a beginner mindset. So you might be just starting a journey or starting a new job, starting a new creative business endeavor, something like that. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords in reverse, you're in the Nine of Pentacles energy, which is the pre-Empress energy, meaning that you're in a good position. You have a lot of assets underneath your belt, right? Maybe not a lot, maybe you don't even think that, but at the same time, either these pentacles are assets or good ideas, right? You have some type of general idea and kind of more of an semblance. I'm hearing a lot of growth in the area of starting new. Maybe you guys are in this cycle where you start a project and then all of a sudden you stop the project because of whatever, you ran out of money, some blockage, right? You ran out of creative spirit, something like that. And then you just feel like you miss that 10th pentacle every single time. So you feel kind of frustrated at the same time in this season. But with the Queen of Swords in reverse, that also speaks about, unhappiness, maybe the unwillingness, because the Queen of Swords is somebody that cuts through bullshit pretty quickly. This is also a card of, recognition, decisiveness, which is what Aries season is really about. So definitely with this, they're telling you, pile 1, to watch out for this. You need to have clarity and focus in whatever you're trying to create. I feel like this pile is for me. So with the Six of Cups in reverse, this is definitely, a journey of feeling like I start and then I get close and then I feel like I'm just not focused enough, right? So you're in this cycle right here. And with the Six of Cups in reverse, it's like, I don't really have good memories of when I've achieved things. And it seems like this pile is typically really, really hard on themselves, which again, can fully resonate. It's really hard to go out there and pursue your dreams and what you want to do and not have those drawbacks really hurt you, But on top of that, they're saying, this is something that you can trust in, because with the Ace of Wands, they're saying you have the passion, you have the creativity, you have the drive to do what you want. And then you have this Five of Wands, so you have this conflict, right? It's like self-conflict, right? Like I'm scared of repeating the past, and then we have but I have the passion to pursue the future. So with that in mind, you have the Five of Wands on top of the Chariot in reverse. This Chariot is the representation of you not moving your hiney. And this is the thing, is I've heard so many messages from other tarot readers on YouTube, from my own readings. This is a big message from the divine and the universe. They've been saying it to everyone, all of the collective, like, hey, it's time to get our dreams popping. And I'm hearing the Beyonce album. It's very new. It just came out. It's called Cowboy Carter. It came out like 3 days ago. But in any sense, that album is a political album about a revolution. And that's kind of like a semblance piece of what Beyonce is talking about. So to tie that into your reading, basically they're saying your art is bigger than you are, or whatever it is. Your art, your creativity, your goals, your desires, your dreams, it's bigger than you are. And that doesn't mean that you should be afraid of it, because you are a part of that whole. There is no dream without you, right? So they're saying, remember why you started, first off, and then focus on that last pentacle. They're saying it's time to regroup, if that's what you need, if it's necessary. They're saying it's time to plan. It's time to sleep on time. It's time to eat properly. It's go time, is what they're saying. And that goes along with Aries season. Aries are very, very, very quick. So that's kind of the energy that we're guided towards right now. I know at the end of April, we're going through a portal. There's going to be a meteor shower, I think over Texas, but mostly like South America, if I think correctly. Might have to look it up. But at the same time with that portal that we're going through, any portal that we go through is going to be some semblance of growth, right? That's what we're here for. So what I try to do when I'm about to enter a portal is trying to have not perfectionism, right? So not like turning all these cards right back up and moving forward to what I need immediately. Instead, I want to be as handy and prepared and weightless as possible. Now, what does that mean? Handy, I have all the tools I need. Prepared, tools, yes, but also a plan. And then as weightless, so I want to get rid of some stuff. I want to do some spring cleaning. I want to make sure that all this junk that's in my way is out of the way. So that's basically what your guides are saying. They're saying, get prepared for this portal. Focus on that last pentacle. What is the last pentacle? Because you have all the tools you need. You have all the inspiration you need. You're just not focused. So that's what they're really saying. With the Magician as well as the Sad Squirrel in reverse, your guides really want you to turn this around in the sense, I shouldn't say your guides. Fuck it, we're gonna say it. So your guides they want you to turn this around, seeing yourself as the Magician, right? Kind of that lack versus attraction mindset, right? Because we can't attract anything good. We can't manifest anything good out of negativity, right? Sad Squirrel in this deck represents somebody that's being very negative, somebody that can't see the bright side, somebody who is unapologetic. Oh God, excuse me, sorry, my battery almost died. Unapologetically not happy, right? Unapologetically like, what the fuck ever, I'm tired of this shit. So with it in reverse, it seems like we're in a spot, right, where we're like, well, I don't want to sit like this. I don't want to be in this energy. I want to move forward. I want to have that 10th pentacle. I want to see the fruition of what I'm working on. So with this, they're saying, flip that energy. And this takes time, right? This takes practice, self-care, all of this stuff, nurturing, eating right, sleeping right, right? But with the Magician, they're saying, it is in your hands what you do with your energy. So this is what they're saying. They're saying if you're tired, if you're drained, if you feel like things are just not where they need to be, then you need to replan. Excuse me. I'm twisting my words today. You need to replan, right? You need to go over, mull over again and again and again and again. And for this, it seems like my entrepreneur types. Even so, if you're just somebody that's in a career and you're like, is this the right career? Or am I on the right path? Am I on the, right track to what I want? Whatever that is, they're saying, what is your energy telling you, right? What is your body telling you? Are you listening to the signs? Because it seems like with the Queen of Swords, and especially with these cards in the reverse, it's like, and especially with conflict, you're having maybe this inner conflict or procrastination about your goals. And that's the thing is, are you so scared of actually achieving, because then that dream will be over. That's just the message that I'm getting. Or is it the fear of your own power, which is, you know, similar to what I said before, but I really feel like it's being in fear of your own power, which is something that we're all struggling with. But again, in the season of Aries, it is extremely important to understand your own weight and your own movement upon the collective, right? And that brings me back to the Beyonce album. She is making a lot of waves, regardless if you like her or not. If you don't like her, skip this segment, but there is some wisdom in it. She is making waves with her music because she knows how to use her voice, right? She knows how to write, she knows how to sing, she knows how to promote, she knows how to really put a message out there that speaks to a lot of different people. So that's what they're saying, is your art is bigger than yourself, and it's going to connect to more than just you. They're saying, think bigger picture. You need the bigger picture, and you just need to start. So with that, is there anything else that I can offer them in this reading? We're going to use this, I believe it's the Anatomy Tarot. This one's a pretty easy deck to find in stores and on like online stores. Let's see here. So with this energy, you also have the Hermit up here. Taking that time to self. So I heard this in someone else's reading. I think it was Vanessa Samaya. She's a very, very well-known reader on YouTube. But they're saying, what she was saying in her video was, it's time to say no to plans. It's time to actually dedicate yourself to what you're doing. It's actually time to take that course that you've been waiting to take. And I'm hearing to take that, I'm hearing affirmation, but that's not the word. Taking an active role in your learning and in your business or in your career. They're saying, quit procrastinating and fighting yourself when you know what you want. And if you are blinded, then that's when you go into hermit mode. And at the same time with the Three of Blades, they're saying, again, especially on top of the Six of Cups, they're saying, yes, there have been some hardships and there have been things that have held you back. But at the same time, there's so much more for you. And with the Hangman in reverse, they're saying you are maybe not even seeing the point of view, again, with the Sad Squirrel and the Magician, this energy of needing to flip the energy, right? The idea that you need to turn from the Sad Squirrel to the Magician. You need to go from the lack mindset to the attraction mindset, right? Everything is already yours. Don't put a limit on your source, right? And what does that mean? Put a limit on your source. It means the divine, the universe is unlimited. It's unlimited energy. So don't put a tamper on it. Don't put a limit on it. Hello, pile number 2. Today we're going to start with a different deck for you. Let's see what wisdom April has for you. Let's go ahead and see. Hello, pile 2. So to begin, we will start with, I think it's called the Wildflower Night Oracle, but in any sense, I will put the link below just in case, because I think that's wrong. But in any sense, you have motivation, hope, and restore. So definitely what I'm sensing with this, similar to pile 1, there's a lot that has to do with what you're being motivated towards and actually believing yourself when it comes to your dreams, right? Like actually taking yourself seriously. I was thinking this the other day, that I've had a lot of fantastic ideas, but I've always said like, and here's an example, right? So this is me having an idea. So it's like, I'm like, oh my God, like that'd be such a great idea to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, maybe, right? And I end it with the yeah, maybe. So then it kind of makes the manifestation in general kind of finicky. And so what I'm sensing with this pile is that you have the motivation, but sometimes maybe it's the direction that it's going in, right? Maybe you spend a lot of time with friends. I'm hearing very altruistic person. I'm also hearing someone that's outspoken, very friendly, fun to be around. So you might be an extrovert. And if you're over here like, I am not an extrovert, I don't know what you're talking about, take what's for you, leave the rest, okay? But what I am sensing with this motivation card is somebody that is quite social, maybe even an omnivore. in any sense. With hope, a lot of you are struggling with the idea of taking your dreams seriously. So taking your dreams into your hands and kind of pulling that energy in. And with April's energy as well as Aries season, that's what Aries season is all about. Aries are very motivated, very action orientated, and every Aries I've met can make mountains move. Okay? With Restore, you might have the motivation, but on one end, I'm hearing seesaw. So there might be this energy of having one burst of motivation, right? Like one really passionate, motivating art piece or creative piece or something that you're doing that really excites you, right? Maybe I'm hearing writing a book. That's what some of you are doing. But in any sense, some creative or, it could be whatever, some endeavor that you guys are doing is really important to you. And sometimes you have bits of motivation and it sparks some hope and then you're tired. So it might be that you guys are trying to work on this, trying to provide a daily space where you're maybe doing school every day, maybe doing your creative work every day, maybe doing your job every day, whatever your passion is, right? Whatever this focus is, you're doing it every day, trying to make sure that you have enough time, because I'm seeing 4 o'clock, enough energy in the right space, right? So they're saying, okay, that's great. You have consistency that you're working with, and this is providing you more and more hope. But they're saying with this card, it's not so much about how much energy, well, yes, it is. Let me rephrase. The energy you put in is very important, right? We all know this. The energy you put into something is what comes out. So with that in mind, sorry, you're shaking. Believing in yourself will allow you to stop being so hard on yourself. I'm hearing you're being difficult with yourself. That's what your guides are telling you. They're saying you need to restore and rejuvenate, because it might be that you guys are working so hard that you're losing faith, right? Like you're like, is this even going to work? Is this even going to go the right direction? If I, like, what am I doing, right? Like you're at this point that maybe you reach a lot of frustration. A lot of what's coming out to me in this card is the orange and the reds. So it might be just this energy of your creative fuse coming in and out, right? And you're like, how do I get it to be consistent? And the answer is to restore. This eclipse energy, right? This, not even an eclipse, just a crescent, right? Just to take in the energy, be on the dark side of the moon and restore what is there. I'm hearing there is magic in the darkness if you just lie down. So it might be that for you guys, there's some dreams that you've been having. Definitely in Pisces season, I was having a lot of weird dreams. So they're saying there's some dreams that might have been reoccurring or really, really like definite in your mind, right? Like you can't really forget them. And they're saying, look into that. Look online, research it. Libraries are free is what I'm hearing. So definitely they want you to take upon different forms of renewing and restoring this hope, right? So renewing this belief in self of I can. And I'm hearing this quote, never limit your source, which was also a part of pile 1. But what that means is the divine and the universe are completely available to you. So never limit the source. That's what you're limiting. If you never limit the source, then everything is unlimited, right? So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start with your tarot. This is the Anatomy Tarot. All the decks will be linked below. Let's see here. Okay, so to the second part of your guys' readings, with the King of Rods in reverse, it's definitely like this energy of being like, no, I am powerful and I know what I want. But with the King of Rods in reverse, it is this idea of burnout, this lack of passion, this lack of drive or motivation to get things moving in the right direction because you don't see the outcome, right? With the Ace of Coins, they're saying, you know that there's an outcome. You know that there is. And the fact that you can't see it means that you're low on fuel, right? And you know that, right? You're like, I'm aware, I know, Liv, what do I do? With the Devil in reverse, they're saying you are your own worst critic. So I'm catching that this is the perfectionist pile. I've been there, I feel. And so with this, with the Devil in reverse, it's saying you can sometimes be narrow-minded or nihilistic about your creations or what you're working on, right? Whatever intention you're putting forth, you might micromanage yourself and make yourself feel small in I'm hearing in the weirdest of ways, right? In the smallest of ways, but those small ways don't help you restore that good, clear clarity that you need. So with the Five of Swords, it is this energy of trying to carry what you have, but they're saying you still need to replan and recuperate. So that's the thing. You guys are the workaholics, maybe the perfectionists, and it seems like you work so hard and you're like, what the hell? Why is it not going? And then you're like, but I know it can work. And then you're running out of fuel and carrying things that you no longer need. So there might be some outdated systems. And with this solar eclipse that's actually coming through, is it lunar or solar? In any sense, there's going to be a meteor shower, and I think it's on April 24th. But in that sense, it's definitely like before that portal comes, right, this big change, this big transformation that's coming, we need to be prepared, and we need to have the things that we need. Specifically for you guys, I'm hearing the message, excuse me, that's my dog. I'm hearing the message, you don't need all the fancy tools to commit to what you're doing. For me, for instance, I'm doing content creation, and it's really hard sometimes to not want to go out and buy all the fancy tech. It's really hard for me to not want to go out and buy all the fancy tech that I want, right? Because it would make my videos have more quality, when in all realness, I'm learning how to film from my iPhone right now. So with that same semblance, some of you may be struggling with the idea that you need something to start something. You need the best thing to start something. And they're saying, no, what you need is to rethink and replan to give yourself more faith in what you're doing. It doesn't have to do with the tools. It has to do with your mindset. So that's what they're saying, especially with this, the devil in reverse. It's definitely like this energy of lack, right? You're collecting what you have and like carrying it with you really tightly, but they're saying that's unnecessary. If you just drop that weight and the things that you know are unnecessary and that you don't need to start, then go for it. You also have the Six of Rods, which is the Six of Wands. This is definitely a message where things can really go in the right direction. I'm hearing prosperity. This is usually shown in the rider waite as somebody sitting on top of a horse, right? While all the people below him are praising him, right? So this is the same energy where it's like, I'm hearing for some of you, this is just a message that's coming through. Some of you may feel ashamed of wanting that. I'm hearing, I don't want to be a clout chaser. That's just a message that I'm hearing. That's for a specific few of you. But at the end of the day, whatever you are meant to do to shine, whether that's music, whether that's your creative talents, whether that's your career, whatever it is that's like you're wanting to make you shine, is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It genuinely comes with you. It comes with the package. It comes with who you are. And that's not something you can stop. So maybe that's the blockage, is that you know that you're this confident, powerful, I'm hearing healer, but also creator, manifester. But at the same time, maybe you're afraid of your own potential, which is a huge thing that's going on with the collective during this time. So they're saying, read into yourself. When you restore, it has something to do with your mindset. And that mindset is how you look at yourself, right? Maybe you're too nihilistic, you're too harsh on yourself. But on top of that, some of you are afraid of your own potential, right? Or afraid that people will look at you a certain way, when in all full reality, you came with those gifts on this earth, right? When you were born, those gifts were given to you, right? So I'm hearing, don't be afraid of your talents. Don't be afraid of your skill set. All right, I know I ran through that super fast, but it seems like you guys are the direct cut pile, so I hope that really helped. If you liked this, go ahead and like the video, or if you really like me, then you can go ahead and subscribe. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to your reading, and I hope to see you again. Bye! Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's go ahead and get started. What is Aries season, April season holding for you? What do your guides want you to know? I'm hearing inspiration. That's the first thing I'm hearing. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and set up the cards, and I'll come back to you. Okay, welcome back. So what I have for you today, Pile 3, we're going to start off with the Six of Pentacles. So with this energy, it seems like you tend to be a very giving person. There's something about your nature that is very generous and very kind. With the Four of Wands, there's something coming in here with a higher level commitment that is necessary and needed in the needs, what is the word? in the intention of collaboration. Your messages are coming in pretty fast. So I'm sensing that maybe you're a mind racer, right? Things race really fast through your mind. You're somebody that's like a little bit of a procrastinator, but mostly out of anxiety, if that makes sense. If that's not for you, leave it for someone else. So at the end of the day, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's definitely like your mind is racing. You might go doomsday sometimes. This impending doom is what I'm seeing with this, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. You're afraid of the wheel turning the wrong way. And with all this energy, right, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, which are really healthy natured cards. These have a lot to do with personality, but as well as intention, right? With the Four of Wands, it really seems like you're wanting to commit to something much higher than yourself, right? And this could be anything. This could be a relationship. This could be to your creativity, maybe your own personal business, something like that. But with the Death as well as the Sun, especially with Death right on top of the Sun, Scorpio energy over Leo energy, this energy of having to restart and knowing that there's good on the other side. So you're kind of moving with a lot of momentum, which is really great. And that's what's going to continue throughout the month of April. With the Two of Wands as well as the Hierophant in reverse, they're saying that the world is in your hands. You're using a lot of free will. And that's the thing about this balance right here, being afraid of turning the wheel the wrong way. So whatever this might be, I'm sensing for some of you, it's a connection. For some of you, it's, some business prospect or some personal creativity that you're working through. But I'm hearing there is no such thing. I heard this quote from another reader that was like giving future spouse readings. And sometimes they write out letters right from your future spouse. And what mine had said is, because I was afraid of the same thing, of turning the wheel the wrong way, getting farther away from my spiritual partner, right? And what I found was what the letter said is exactly this. It was what the letter said was, you are not doing anything. Like, there is no choice that you could make that makes me farther from you, right? So that's basically the same thing that it's intending is, no, you're working towards something, and whether that's a collaborative piece or something that you're just really committing to or even thinking about committing to, and maybe putting a lot of money into it, putting a lot of your finances into it. Maybe I'm hearing for some of you guys, even marriage, putting something into fine writing, whether that's, again, a business prospect or marriage or anything like that. There's something about it where you're afraid of a negative outcome, right? And specifically in a relationship, yeah, that would be scary. We don't ever want a negative outcome, right? And you're afraid of having this negative mindset when it comes to the month of April. There's something about it. Because with the Hierophant, you're worried that you won't be able to commit to the level that you want to. So that's not just in the idea of relationships, but work as well. So I'm hearing for you guys, you might be toggling both for some of you guys. And I am moving quite quickly through this reading. So that's the thing is, with the Hangman in reverse, yeah, you're moving too fast. You need to slow down and take in what's happening, right? So let's go ahead and get some more clarifiers, because that reading moved pretty quickly. So let's see what to tie all this in. What does pile 3 need to know about all this in their situation? With the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Coins, the Empress, as well as the Knight of Cups, there is this energy where you are very soft. And that's not a bad thing. I don't want to say that as a negative thing, right? I'm going to take this out so it doesn't confuse you. But basically with this card, the Knight of Elixirs or the Knight of Cups is somebody that is genuinely a emotion speaker. And what I mean by that is they emote or live through creativity, right? Something along those lines. You are intuitive, empathic. So there's this energy of being, giving too much time. That's what this is about. Yeah. So you're worried that you're giving too much time to others, but also not having enough time for your commitments. I see. And knowing that within this transformation, how do I get to that transformation without a negative mindset or missing the things that I need? Wow. So with some of that, the clarifier is with the Ace of Swords, there definitely needs to be cutting through the bullshit, right? What do you need to get rid of? What do you need to clear out? What do you need to do? There was definitely some mind clutter, especially in the beginning of your in the beginning of your reading. With the Ace of Coins, it's definitely like, you are right. The sun and death, as well as this transformation, will bring a lot of abundance. And you are correct. If you keep spending time in the wrong places, you know what's going to happen, right? You have gone through that cycle before. With the Empress card, they're saying with the femur, that is the strongest bone in the body, right? The biggest bone. I'm going to replace it with biggest bone. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. And so with this, it's definitely saying with this Empress energy, you realizing your potential and you putting yourself forward, this is what this is about as well. You're a really sweet person, it seems like. You're somebody that is very, very committed to your friendships and loyalties, which is like the people around you or the collaborations that you're a part of, your friend groups, whoever it is. You keep very, very close connections. But they're saying maybe it's time to either clear out some of those connections, or it's time to really hone in and focus back on yourself. I'm hearing naturally you will just clear out some that are not meant to be around if they can't handle the fact that you need your own space and your own time, even though you're generous with your time. They're saying this is what needs to happen, right, to get to what you want. So with that in mind, I liked the unraveling of your story. I hope this helped you guys. I hoped it was a clear message. Let me know if you liked it. Leave a comment down below. And if you really like me, then you can go ahead and follow me. So thank you so much for coming to your reading, Pile 3. I hope this helps. Have a good one. Bye.